the introduction and presenting me. I hope you can hear me, and now I will share my presentation with you. Please tell me if you can see my presentation.
Yeah.
Okay. Today on the International Mother Language Day, I decided to take part in this conference on the Kurdish language because as a student of Professor Abdul Selamoglu, I'm interested in Kurdish language and especially in Kurdish literature in recent years. A few months ago, I received a few books from Iran, and two of them were Fouzieh Besharat's novels. It was very interesting for me that these books were translated into Persian, and I have read them in Persian. But actually, they're written in a very rare dialect, Kurdish dialect. And today I will present these two books and their language and how cultural identity plays a role in literature. In a study of Hashem Ahmadzadeh on classical and modern Kurdish literature, the scientist writes that Kurdish literature refers to a diverse body of literature in different dialects and even different orthographies. And he states that one can talk about Kurdish literatures rather than a Kurdish literature. Ahmadzadeh also states that the Kurdish novelistic discourse, which is in the focus of my study today, emerged as the cultural and literary product of the various political, cultural, and historical factors which were going on in the various Kurdish societies. Fouzieh Besharat, as I mentioned, writes in the Garusi dialect. Till now, there are 3 published books, and the third one was published in the recent months. But here I have presented the titles of 2 of them. The first one, a collection of short stories that will be in the focus of my presentation today, Tears of a Woman, is written in Garusi dialect and translated into Persian by Masture Derakhshi, published in 2022. What was interesting for me was also that the book cover of the Persian translation is very beautiful. I will show you in one of the next slides the cover of the Persian version. It's made also by a Kurdish artist, Fardin Sadek Ayubi, who is born in Sanandaj. The second book of Fouzieh Besharat, Dance of Fate, is a novel, also translated into Persian and published in 2023. The book cover, again, is made by another Kurdish artist, contemporary Kurdish artist, Hadi Ziauddini. The Garusi dialect, also called Bijari dialect, is one of the southern Kurdish dialects spoken in the district of Bijar in Kurdistan province of Iran. Bijar along with the villages around it, is famous for its carpet weaving industry. On this map, we can see the Bijar district, which is actually the Bijar or Garusi dialect, is the northeast dialect of the southern Kurdish group of languages. The region that is the region of the southern Kurdish dialects is characterized by intricate linguistic geography, prevalent multilingualism, and extensive language contact due to the historical presence alongside the majority South Kurdish speaking population of communities speaking other Iranian or non-Iranian languages and dialects. What is interesting for me in Fouzieh Besharat's stories is when I read, here we can see the cover of the Persian version of the book that I have read a few months ago. It's not a good photo actually, but anyway, my aim today is to demonstrate the various instances of specific linguistic notions and elements of culture that we can find in the book Tears of a Woman. This collection of short stories, the first published collection of short stories of the writer. The excerpted linguistic material, I have classified it regarding the terminological sphere of the notions in a few groups: proper names, names of relatives, toponyms, plants, tools of labor, traditional crafts, clothes, festivals, and games, which all are elements of culture and cultural identity. In the next few slides, I will demonstrate some instances of these classes. Here we can see a few examples of proper names and names of relatives. I should mention that most of the female names in this book, the proper names of in this book that are specific for the Kurdish language and Garusi dialect as well, are female names such as Avin, Ronak, Nazdar. Also, we can find a few toponyms, of course, Garus and Bijar, but also a few others that denote districts in Bijar area in Kurdistan. Name of plants, we can notice a few, such as delik, which is the rose hip, sinjet, typical plant of the area, and also sibesor, grape, the grape syrup, dushab, avang, anjir. Tools of labor that are specific for the carpet weaving craft, such as the rug weaving comb, also metal container named tavlama, and much more, the large tray. are mentioned in the stories. Elements of traditional clothing, such as the fez head and the 3 knots on the men's waist shawl is also presented as a description of the clothing of the personages in the stories. Here in the next few slides, I have translated a few excerpts from the stories in this collection, and we can notice the presence in cursive of the specific, culturally specific elements. Sorry. Like here in the story named Gasedak, the 3 knots on the waist scarf is mentioned, and also the fez head. As festivals and customs are concerned, a few interesting customs, such as Shalandazi, are mentioned. It was interesting for me too when I was reading the stories, and I read for the first time these customs names, and after I have read more about it because I didn't have any knowledge of them, but this one, which is in Mahihaya Germes story, Shalandazi, is a custom practiced by children who are throwing down a shawl through the openings on the roof of the rural houses, and after they take it back and get the AD gift for the festival. In Nemei Baroye, the Chele night is mentioned, this winter festival. During the long winter nights, actually this story focuses on Shabbat Chele, the Chele night, during which families gather together and play games. The parents told stories, and the sock games is mentioned in this story, which is also typical for the Kurdistan region. Here is a very brief description of the sock game traditionally played during the winter season. As a summary of this brief study, here I have noted also a few notes of Hashem Ahmadzadeh's study on classical and modern Kurdish literature, who notes that the popularity of the Kurdish literary works among readers of the main Kurdish dialects shows that the central states governing the Kurds have not been successful in assimilating the Kurds into their own culture and language. It's good to mention that the books of Fouzieh Besharat in Garusi dialect are also made audio books, and this way they reach more and more readers and listeners. The question of identity, according to Ahmadzadeh, occupies a central place in the world of the Kurdish novel literature as a main component of culture, and the novel, as one of the main branches of literature, play a significant role in constructing the national identity. All these elements of culture that I have noticed and very briefly mentioned in this presentation, we can say that reflecting literature as a reflection of these elements of culture plays a determining role in the construction of identity. And when we talk about identity, we can mean on one hand the linguistic identity, as Fouzieh Besharat's stories preserve the rare dialect of Garus, and on the other hand, talking about cultural identity. The stories keep alive the memories and practices of festivals, traditional games, as we saw elements of clothing, tools of labor, traditional crafts, etc., which all constitute a significant part of this aspect of identity. Thank you for your attention.
Thank